Son Blair, we'll be back with a real treat for you after our next selection. The Italian in Algiers is another overture written by the composer Rossini, the same gentleman who composed the William Tell overture. They're within 3 years dated of each other, 1829 and 1832. This is the latter. The director of this number is Mr. Bonnert. Ms. Orion alluded to Mr. Bonnert, the first two selections of this evening's performance with the symphonic band. Hans has been with us since August and graduated with a degree in music from the University of Akron this past December. And we, of course, since he's been working with both groups, and we had sat down and selected this number for him to conduct this past October. He's had a chance to work the number up with the band. We've gone through it a couple of times in his absence, being the fact that he is obtaining full-time employment at this point with a different school system. But I would like to introduce Mr. Bonnert as being a very outstanding student teacher. As he knows, and as the University of Akron knows, we are very selective in who we ask to do student teaching here. We will not just take anyone. We ask for the top graduate, and if that's not available, we'll take no one. We just don't like to do the hire the handicapped situation over here. And I can assure you that Mr. Bonnert has a very, very excellent future in music. He's a very, very excellent musician, a very dedicated private teacher, and a wonderful individual, believe me. A superior person, and most of all, to put up with all the little indignities this job has to offer on a daily basis, he has a great sense of humor. So, Mr. Bonnert, will you please come out here and do the Italian in Algiers? great cornet soloists of the latter 19th and early 20th century was Herbert L. Clark. He was the solo cornetist, I believe, for the John Philip Sousa Band for many years, a professional touring band, and many solos were written and arranged by him. The Carnival of Venice, of course, is the standard virtuoso cornet selection. And when I received this piece, it took a little while to obtain this arrangement. It is out of print briefly. And they had the metronomic markings written on the piece. And dutifully following the composer's intent, I try to take these at the tempos that were indicated, not knowing that Professor Chun upped it by about 35%, and he's going to really rip on this number. There's one little surprise he's going to add if you give him a nice round of applause when he's done. He has a trick I haven't seen for years, and he'll describe it to you after he's done playing and goes off the stage. And if you give him a good round of applause, if you don't, I can't pay him all the money you have to do, so you've got to make sure you give him a nice round of applause. And he'll come back and do a little bit of this again. And again, I'm not going to mess up the secret for you, but it's really quite phenomenal. Anyway, the piece in itself is a superior number, and I'd like to now introduce again Professor Michael Chun for the Carnival of Venice.
Carnival of Venice that I just played. Another of the great trumpet soloists that I like to look back on was Rafael Mendes. And he had a little trick that he used to do with this piece. And seeing as how he's got a captive audience, I've always wanted to try this. I'd like to duplicate a little trick that he used to do by playing the finale variation with one finger.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I won't.